Hello teachers, this is an overview of documents that were distributed at a Behavior Toolkit workshop. These documents can be found on our TeacherShare folder under the Behavior Toolkit Resources December 2014 folder, and inside it are a number of PDFs and a PowerPoint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us through a few of these documents and highlight the most important items that we've got in them. WR10 Behaviour Toolkit.pdf is probably the largest and most relevant of these documents. What it is a document that's a scan of a whole bunch of documents that Vicki Adelson and Susan Adams provided to us. One of the first pages is a table of contents listing the various documents. So here you can see there are 8, and scrolling down there are a total of 15 documents within this particular scan. Principles of Behavior and 7 Steps to Address Challenging Behavior is a nice overview of the 7 steps within the Behavioral Toolkit. So in our workshop we covered the first 5 steps, and at a later date we will be continuing on with steps 6 and 7. The document provides specific information about each step, for example its title, details, some questions to ask, and also a reference document which we can fill out. So that's for each of the steps. That same document includes a worksheet that can be filled in to help support us in our quest to support students. In the WR10 Behavior Toolkit PDF, there is also the ABC recording chart that we worked on with the antecedent, behavior, and consequence columns that can be filled in. And to support that particular worksheet, there is a backside that goes with it that provides some definitions for the different parts of that worksheet. It certainly is worth familiarizing ourselves with this particular pair of sheets, the ABC recording chart and the definitions that go with it. In addition to the ABC chart that I just showed you, there's also another summary sheet for the ABCs, so the antecedent, behavior, and consequence columns, along with some specific instructions on how to fill those particular columns in. And then of course there's a backside to that sheet as well. A nice section with do's and don'ts. It's a single page, things to do and things not to do. A checklist for the ABC chart, so rather than taking stabs in the dark, someone who doesn't quite know where to begin could use this particular checklist to get started. Just a reminder that for the behavior, typically you want to focus on only a single behavior rather than a whole number of behaviors. It allows you to focus your efforts, and it also eliminates mission creep. In the WR10 Behavior Toolkit PDF, there's also a behavior intervention plan form. It's a rather long form. It certainly would be useful to use this form to guide us in a particularly difficult case, focus our thinking, and to come up with a useful, implementable solution. And here are the pages for that particular worksheet. There's also a 30-minute behavior intervention meeting. It's useful to focus your thinking if you're meeting as a group. This document is also provided as a separate PDF rather than a scanned PDF, by the way. And a variant on the ABC data recording chart. This is, I guess, the result of an ABC data recording chart. The development of a behavior support plan for a student, which includes the antecedent, the behavior, and the consequence, and a number of other pieces of information that can help support a teacher in the classroom. A goal-setting sheet is also available, so applying behavior principles, a reminder of the 5 principles that this particular toolkit is based off of, and the goals that can be set for the behavior modification for a student. A summary of the tiered approach that is gaining traction now. Eric introduced us to it at the beginning of the year. Here we have it applied to behavior management specifically, with Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 applying to progressively fewer students as you go up the pyramid. Definitions finish off this document, 2 pages worth. And a resource list is provided with additional resources for anybody who's inclined to do additional reading on the topic, 2 pages worth. That is it for the WR10 Behavior Toolkit PDF. Like I mentioned, this is a scan of a number of documents, separate documents, so they are all in black and white. None of these are editable. However, some of the documents are provided separately as PDFs, usually as the original PDF rather than a printed and scanned copy. So that's it for the WR10 Behavior Toolkit PDF. I will also put together a short video for the other documents in the folder.